What's up, everybody? Andrew Mahone here, going to be opening 8 random Pokemon tins. So let's get right to it. We've got some Marshshadows, some Necrozmas, some Tapu Kokos, and some Ho-Ohs. I have actually not opened any of these tins yet, so I am super excited to see it, see what's inside here. No spoilers, please. I really don't know even what cards are inside here. I have not even seen the arts for some of these, so this is all new to me. Check that out. We've got a Marshshadow GX. He actually looks kind of funny. If you take a look, I haven't really thought about what Marshshadow's legs might look like, but there we go. There we get to see what Marshshadow's body looks like. I mean, I think Marshshadow is a super cool Pokemon. I really like Marshshadow, but I don't know about those legs. He kind of looks like a little bit of a Gumby stick figure kind of thing. So let's get some sleeves out and put a hat on that Marshshadow. Then it looks like we've got Evolutions, Guardians Rising, and 2 Burning Shadows. So let's get right to it. I think, Evolutions doesn't get a whole lot of love, but I really like Evolutions as a set. That Mewtwo is super good. I really like Evolutions as a set. Just so nostalgic. I think the cards look so good. And, really just brings me back. I mean, that's kind of like a lot of the reason why I play the Pokemon trading card game, I think, is just because it's something I love to do as a kid. So, now that I'm, pretty much an adult, what? So, am I supposed to grow up or do adult things? Or do I just, live out my dreams and do the things that, the 10-year-old version of myself would have wanted to do, which is just open tons and tons of packs of Pokemon cards. And we've got a Sophocles. Check that out. That's pretty cool. So shout out to Sophocles. He is he's like one of the guardians from the Sun and Moon, game. He has like a totem thing, and it's pretty cool. Look at that. He's got a little flying Pokeball thing, but full art supporter. I think full art supporter is pretty much no disappointment there. Anytime you get a full art supporter, even if it isn't the most playable card, super collectible, and just all around a great pull. So that's it for the first Marshshadow box. Super stoked about that. My pack maintenance is looking a little sketchy right now. Let's go in with this Ho-Oh box next. Now, I'm excited about this Ho-Oh. Haven't seen the whole card yet, so that is cool. And wow, check that out. I actually really like that Ho-Oh. I think that looks great. And I'm expecting that we have the same packs here. Yep, Guardians Rising, 2 Burning Shadows. So very nice. I think this Ho-Oh actually is a super nice artwork. I do like it. Looks like it's got some ocean, maybe some rocks in the background. That's very cool. Actually been thinking about, I'm going to be getting another tattoo here shortly. I'm thinking about getting a Ho-Oh tattoo on my right arm above where my Misty is. I already have the legendary birds on one arm. There's Articuno there that you could see. So I've been thinking about getting Ho-Oh on the other side. So Ho-Oh may make the cut. At first I kind of thought that I don't think the energy typically comes in the front of those packs, does it? I don't know. But anyways, that was a little weird. And like I said, I've been thinking about getting that. That Ho-Oh tattoo. At first, I thought Ho-Oh was kind of just like a fire chicken, and I wasn't, super into Ho-Oh. But Ho-Oh's definitely grown on me. Ooh, we've got a full art Komodo and a reverse choice band. So nice little pack. Stoked about that. That is cool. Let's go ahead and put a hat on this full art Komodo dragon. Komomomo. But yeah, Ho-Oh has grown on me. I think Ho-Oh is cool now. Definitely got its own thing going on. So gotta respect the Ho-Oh, even though it is kind of a little bit of a goofy fire chicken. So I think that I could see myself getting a Ho-Oh tattoo. It would go with the legendary birds that I already have, which be some nice synergy. And a Golisopod. That was a good tin there. Golisopod GX, super good card. It has come out in a box now, so there is a promo Golisopod, so that has maybe affected its value a little bit. But Golisopod is just a nice, very playable GX card. I mean, it's doing so well right now. Tord Reklev was just able to win the European International Championships. Look at that. That dude just came straight out the box, with a little bit of a bend there. So, poor Necrozma. But, like I said, Tord was able to win the European International Championships with Golisopod Zoroark. And then Azul was just able to finish second place at the biggest regional championship ever in Memphis recently with a Golisopod Garbodor deck. So, Golisopod still doing really well, looking to maintain some of that, stability going into 2018. So Golisopod definitely a strong card to look out for, and definitely a good pull. So stoked to have that. Back at it again with the evolutions, and we've got a Farfetch'd. I always was kind of, why is that Farfetch'd rare? I don't know. He's got 70 hit points. He can leak slap for 50, but ooh, we got a Drampa GX. Drampa GX, talking about, some of the cards that are the best cards of 2017. Drampa GX is so good. This thing was in, speak of Tord Reklev, Tord was able to win the North American International Championships with Drampa Garbodor. I used Drampa in my deck as well. When I played at the North American International Championships, Drampa Garbodor has been kind of a mainstay in standard format all the way up until this year. And Drampa is just like super sweet. Check out that dragon type Pokemon. Like, he is just a boss. And I think that Drampa is just like, it's cool that the card creators are also digging Drampa and making some good cards out of him, because I think he's just like a very creative Pokemon. He's very cool. I think the last one we have here is Tapu Koko. Then we're going to do 4 more. So let's see if we can get this dude open. There he goes. Ooh, we got him out. So there's that Tapu Koko. I feel like there's like a million Tapu Koko promos. So, it's hard to get excited about a Tapu Koko promo when I feel like this guy just like will not go away. Like, there's a shiny one, there's this one. It just feels like there's a lot. And then I feel like there's even like another box one. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's a ton. But and then you have like the regular art, the full art, and the hyper rares. So there's like 5 different Tapu Koko GXs you can get. And wow, check that out. First pack out of this tin, we've got a Magearna GX, Magearna EX. Woo, I mix that up all the time. It's very hard to keep my EXs and GXs straight, but Magearna, I think the full art Magearna is just so sick. Like, take a look at that. The stars in the background, just a beautiful looking card. Also good, as far as the competitive game goes. It was being used to prevent, we've got, oh my gosh, a full art Mewtwo. This tin is insane. If I had bought this tin, I would be really excited. Oh my gosh, this full art Mewtwo is honestly, this is like my favorite card in Evolutions. I like this Mewtwo even more than like the hyper rare Mewtwo's. I think this full art is just so sick. I mean, check that out with the black and the gold border. This and the Dragonite are kind of like my 1-2 for like the coolest cards in Evolutions. I am just so stoked that I was able to pull that there. And the Magearna in the same tin. That tin is already a winner. I mean, you're making your money back off of that guy for sure. So definitely stoked about that. That Mewtwo it's just so sick. I mean, there's nothing not to like about a Mewtwo rare. That wasn't, very playable in standard format or expanded format, but I even just still have one in my collection just because it's such a sick card. I pulled it and I could not bring myself to, sell it or trade it away. So that is awesome. We are halfway through. Let's go ahead with the second half of these boxes or tins. We've got another Marshshadow with his little Gumby look himself. Anybody here know what Gumby is? He's like a little green cartoon that I used to watch as a kid growing up. He's like a claymation cartoon or something. I'm not exactly sure what his deal is, and I don't even remember anything about the show. I just know that he has a horse, and the horse is orange and also made out of clay. So let's see if we can relocate here, get myself a little bit more space. We do have a ton of cards out here already. We're doing pretty good. So, I guess, obviously some of these are just like, the EXs or GXs or whatever that are on the fronts of the tins, but I still feel like we're pulling pretty good right now as far as our ratios go. Definitely can't complain, and just so stoked about those full art, the Magearna and the Mewtwo. That is wild. Let's do Evolutions again. See if we can get a full art Dragonite. I would just be, through the roof if we could get a full art Dragonite. That Mewtwo is super good. That was being played at the regional championships. to counter Buzzwole. So, you know, I get a little pang of anxiety every time I see that Mewtwo. I'm like, oh god, you know, don't psychic me. Goodra and Victory Bell. But let's see here, and we've got one more pack in that tin, and then 3 more tins to go. Guardians Rising. If we could pull a Lele, I mean, that would be insane. That'd be sick, but, you know, probably not going to happen. I mean, we're not opening like a ton of packs of Guardians Rising. I feel like I've used all my luck up on Guardians Rising lately. I feel like I've been opening like a decent amount. Let's give this one a flip, see if that helps. All right. That was a pretty good flip. I mean, speak of flips, like, you know, I feel like I'm getting better at flips. I've noticed some people in the comments, you know, have noticed that I've been practicing, getting better at my flips. So thank you all for the encouragement. Those that have noticed that my, you know, my flip game is on point. Let's go ahead and give this Necros. This guy's bent too. Like, you guys see, like, I'm not pulling these out like, you know, like super hectic or anything. They're just like coming out the tins looking a little wonky. So, you know, sorry to whoever buys that, I guess. But, you know, I mean, that's just kind of the way packaging goes. I think anytime you have something like that's super automated like that, there's like, you know, no way that the cards are just going to be, you know, coming out there super minty every time. You know, the cards are going to get kind of, you know, shuffled around a little bit, bent in kind of some weird ways. And let's see what we got in, what, Burning Shadows? All right. I'll give that code away. I almost gave it away, so let's just go ahead and give that away. Got nothing, man. Actually, I'm looking to start. Me and my friend Natalie are going to be doing a playthrough of Gold and Silver. Super stoked about that while I am on break from school, from teaching, from grad school. I mean, all I'm doing right now is Deriums for these next couple weeks, so that is just so awesome. Like, I am very, a Guzma, very excited to be doing. Let's give that code away too. Looks like I almost gave that one away. So super excited to be doing that. And, you know, I've been thinking about what team I want to use in my gold version. I'm going to be playing gold. She's going to be playing silver. So I've been thinking about, you know, what team I was going to be playing on my drive back from Baltimore today. Like I said, my family's from Baltimore, so I was visiting Baltimore for the holidays and just been thinking about what team I was going to use. And I was looking through, and Noctowl, you know, is like one of the few flying, you know, Pokemon available to you in Gold and Silver. So I was thinking about using Noctowl, but Noctowl's like stats are like not super good. So, you know, I was a little bit hesitant on the Noctowl front. But I may end up using Noctowl. I am definitely using Sneasel, but my heart was broken because Sneasel is not a Pokemon that you can get until later in the game, so I was like a little bummed out about that. But Sneasel is like probably one of my favorite Pokemon ever printed. We've got a Steam Siege pack in here. Have I been opening Steam Siege this whole time? I don't know. I feel like I have not been, but like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'll like look in the next one. Maybe I have been opening Steam Siege this whole time. I don't know. I feel like I've been opening Evolutions, Guardians Rising, and Burning Shadows, right? I don't know. This feels different. This does not feel the same. Oh, Magearna's in Steam. All right, Natalie's here. Yeah, all right. So she's breaking the wall. Magearna's in Steam Siege. So I have to be opening some Steam Siege packs because Magearna's in Steam Siege. But there are differences. So this was the Tapu. Okay, so the Tapu Koko tin is different from all the other tins. That makes sense. And the Tapu Koko tin has Steam Siege in it. Thank you, Natalie. Yeah, gosh, she knows way more than I do. So that's a little embarrassing. Gosh, that Growlithe came out of that pack, man, just looking haggard. I think Steam Siege because like Magearna, it makes sense that Magearna's in Steam Siege because like she's a gear in Steam Siege, and there's like gears on the packaging, so you know, definitely makes sense. My pack sorting is like super sloppy right now. But anyways, looking at Pokemon that I was going to be playing in that you know, gold run through, and I want to use Sneasel. I also really want to use Miltank. I love Miltank. I think Miltank is so cool, and you know, I used Miltank one time at a state championship that I was able to get second place at the Ohio State Championships back in like 2015. I used it in a Landorus Crobat deck, and you know, I just have like a very special bond with Miltank, I feel like. And Miltank's actually not bad in the video game either. Like, Miltank's got some decent stats. It's got like a base 100 speed stat. Its attack is like 80 or 90 or something, so it's like not the worst Pokemon. We've got a Venusaur EX and a Mew, so super cool. All right, so our last box is not a dud. We got some EX out of there, you know, able to round out these hits okay. So, you know, at least we got that. Let's go ahead. We've got 3 packs left, see what we can do. I think probably my favorite pull so far is still that Mewtwo. It has to be. That thing is just so sick, you know, just even from a collector standpoint. And, you know, who knows? Maybe it'll become good one day. I think that energy absorption attack like definitely has potential as a way to like accelerate energy. There's just the other Mewtwo with damage change was always the one that was preferred in the Mega Mewtwo decks when they were being played like last year. And the final pack, let's see what we got for 8 tins. Can we pull something good? A Lele? Nope. We've got a Delmise and an Oricorio. But anyways, thank you all for watching the video. Let's take a look and see what our hits ended up looking like. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hits for 8 tins. That is not bad. You know, we got some pretty good ones. So we averaged, you know, 1 hit a tin. I know there were a couple tins where we didn't hit, but there were, you know, at least 1 tin where we got 2 hits. So very cool. Thank you all for checking out the video. Peace.